Good morning, everyone. It's 5th April 2017. Welcome to another episode of ProAMT Traders Digest. Let me go through the disclaimer first. Trading in stocks derivatives involves substantial risk of loss and not suitable for all investors. Past or simulated performance is not a guarantee of future results. All indicators, strategies shown in the video are for education purpose only. All levels discussed in this video are for understanding the study and not a recommendation to trade. Please consult your personal financial advisor before making any trade decision based on this video. We will not be responsible for any resulting profits or losses. So we had a gap up open in Nifty and post the weekend on Monday, open gap up and then tried to push into the previous day's range, but again A period came out and then B period opened above previous day's range, tried to push inside, failed. So in the early hours was not able to push the value down towards at least the settle, and gap rule was in play. Now what happened is when it again revisited the open in D period and again E period went and broke the D period high, it was looking like it is getting exhausted when F period could not take out the high, and all of a sudden G period breaks out. After breaking out again, inside bar again giving a hint that it might break. But when this is happening, when there is a gap and this sort of behavior is happening, then you first need to see what is there in the background. If there is strength, it might carry on with the strength, but at every moment it is kind of luring the participants to it seems like the supply is coming and it's everyone thinks of selling into the rise. There's no harm in selling that rise till we have a defined stop loss, which should not be like more than even like once we get a swing high on a minute or a 3 minute chart, get a bit of no demand or a sign of supply coming in, then suppose if we create a short and then instantly like get out the moment that breaks, because there's no point keeping a filter. And finally what happened is K period again broke out, L period again inside bar, and then finally M period resulting in a spike and closing at the highs of the day. So very nice trend day. And yesterday was a holiday, so today we need to see it will react to the world markets first. And if we get a open higher than the range, then we'll again look at what happens once that opening swing is formed. And if it gets back into the range, then expecting it to come into this, because if you see there is a value formed here and might come to revisit in this 35 to 38 zone. Now on the 3 minute, we get a balance here, a break from the balance, and we were discussing this uh, Shear's method of trading the IB range breakout with a dove bar and a die bar. So we can use that also in this case. So creates a balance, again breaks from that, creates a higher balance, again breaks from that, creates a higher balance, and finally breaks out uh, last hour of trending. So this is the breakout point, and that becomes important. 9245. Now every day it is happening that if we can see uh, towards the last 1 hour, the volume starts gradually rising, and most of the volume is done during that part. So we see the volume in the opening swing, and then the rest of it is done towards the end of the day. On 15 minute, we have a major balance happening into the first 15-minute bar. Everything is within that range. Breaks out, goes sideways, again breaks out, so similar. And if we can see, delta goes negative once, and then it's in complete momentum. Let's have a look at the Renko. Reduced the Renko size that day because it was not willing to give bigger rotations. But still, with a smaller size of 40 ticks, it's still the same, almost like zippers all around. So when this zipper is happening, a break from that zipper, so impulse, pull back, did not form into an impulse, but still gave a zipper and never came to break this zipper and broke out again. Then comes back in a symmetric move, gives a pullback, and then impulse, pullback, and an impulse. Very clean move here, starting from this breakout of 50. And that was the reason that when I went short and I saw that here this is the point to flip. So now let's see what we can expect for today. So suppose we mark the opening zones. So anywhere into this, opens, tries to push higher above 300, comes back, and if it fails to stay above the range, then might be come into this to check this and fill this LVN. In case it starts accepting into this, then move down into the zone where it had consolidated earlier, and then slowly and steadily move into this to check for any buyers which were left. So there was lot of liquidity here, and maybe a liquidity check might be due. This entire zone is important, and that is in case if it is not able to sustain above the range. If it's able to stay above the range, suppose if we get a gap up and it's able to stay above the range, then expecting it to push higher into the 320 and 340 zone. Then decide, because we are into new territory. And also 231 becomes a very important support now, which was that extension which we were tracking all these days. Also 305 is the weekly projected high, and once that is scaled, then less chances of it making less chances of it going towards the weekly projected low. Now let's have a look at Bank Nifty. So open inside range, tries to push into the point of control, fails, and we get a IB. Starts compressing here. This compression, and look at this failure. So it was into this zone. This was the populated zone, and is unable to push through that. Starts one time framing up since F period, and finally ends the day at near the highs and above the highest created value. So we don't have anything in that zone, and In case it tries to push higher above the range, then expecting much higher levels, because this is a complete balance and it will be a balance breakout. In case it breaks down from this balance, then expecting a revisit of 21,270. Now let's have a look at the 3 minute. So here it pushes down and then creates a balance, break from that balance and goes into a channeled move up, tries to push back into the VWAP and again finds buyers and starts going higher, makes a balance, again a breakout from that balance, and then creates a upper distribution, upper balance. So overall, the delta was negative here. The sellers were coming in but were not able to push it down, and hence this up move has come. On the 15 minute, you can see a nice balance forming here, and no supply when it tries to push down. So we have two bars of no supply, then we get a no demand and a break of that no demand, creates this move, goes into a balance. So at the VPOC of Friday, goes sideways, accepts that value and then breaks out. Now let's have a look at the Renko. So you get a opening swing and then a break of the opening swing low, goes in an impulse down, but fails to push further down. And if you can see this, this was the volume based VAL of this entire composite range, and a failure there creates a zipper. So pushes through that VAL, goes back into it and creates a zipper there, and then impulse, pull back, again zipper. So this looks like it's going to fail because we get that M kind of pattern and expect it to push down into this, but is not able to do that. Takes support of the day mid and then starts pushing higher. So you get another impulse, pull back, and this market had to shut, so this impulse did not materialize. Now let's see what we can expect for today. So around 625, and we'll mark this zone. So anywhere open, and if it pushes through the range, then try to push up into the 625 and then push above that and try to push into the 21,700 zone. In case if it fails and comes in the range, then might take support here and start pushing back. If it's not able to do that, then come into the 5 to 5 kind of zone and decide what it wants to do. So from there it wants to push higher, or does it want to carry its move down, come into the 21,470, and then if any supply comes in there, then push through that and go into this high volume node just above 400, so around 410. And then again, if it enters into the range from there, then might consolidate and then decide what it wants to do, else carry its move down into the 21,340 kind of zone. So if it stays above Monday's range and also above the 88, then the chances are that it will make its move higher. So that's it for time being. and we'll catch up during the live market hours. Thanks for watching and have a profitable trading day ahead.